I'm back. I've managed to get a little bit of resources here. I'm actually working my way out of the asteroid into some clear space. I need to find a nice spot to put the shadows there. I think the first order would be I found a little bit of everything. I'm going to need a lot more iron, obviously, but I found a little bit of everything. But let's. We definitely don't want to be sun side, but you guys see how tore up that asteroid actually is. I went all the way through it. And it's pretty tore up. Pretty tore up. So we're going to want to sneak around over here. There should be some more asteroids. This world's supposed to have 7 asteroids in it. This universe. I gotta figure out how to change my background. We need to find a good place for a base, and I'm not sure where that's going to be. It's available. There's that asteroid. Those are fakes. Those are background asteroids, I think. Let's look around here, shall we? Got that one, and this one, and that one. Let's go look at that one. Doesn't look very big, but it might have some nice features to it. And I'm just looking for a place to. Oh, okay. That's always fun. Asteroids raining or meteors raining down on us. That's why we need to hide in shadows. Like I said, I've got this. Wow, that's a tiny asteroid, or tiny. Well, tiny is a relative term, but let's go ahead and park behind it real quick here. It's not very big, is it? It could be the biggest one, but it's tore up. I guess we could go see what this one looks like too. We need a place for a base, then I can start building. Once I build a mining ship, and we're probably going to go inwards as well as behind on some of these asteroids. As I said, this world's supposed to have 7. A lot of big rocks. Unfortunately, I think those rocks are just that, rock. Wow, none of these are very big. Why am I going so freaking fast? You know what? Unfortunately, I think that big one is our best bet for this world. That's okay, though. That's okay. Because there are 2 of them there. From here I can see, okay, there's the sun. Oh, this is one of those round ones, but let's go look at this one. Hang on. If this is what I think it is, it's kind of cool. Yep, it is. It's a donut in space. Giant donut. Again, kind of cool, but not exactly what we're after. Fortunately, I don't think we have a whole lot to choose from. Check out these 2. Those ones we were originally at? No, I think those 2. These 2 might be a good spot to build a base. Maybe run between them. Oh, that would be bad. There's a piece just right there in the middle. Again, these are really small. All things considered, these are kind of small. Yeah, I think that tore up one's going to have to be our... well, we put our base. I don't know why I put the settings on so many little ones, but I did. So, oh well. For too long I will go after shipments. I meant to start a timer and I did start a timer, never mind. You guys watching me run around space is not what you wanted to do, so I will park in the shadow of this big one, and then I will start working on a miner. And I may, some of it's going to be layout time, so it may end up being some, I may do some fast forward sequence just to compress some time, and you guys really don't need to sit here and watch me figure this thing out. But alright, so I'm going to start working on the small ship, and I'm going to need, oh, and a beacon. I will show you how I do beacons. That requires, I have these stone processed. I do have some gravel, okay. Production. If you guys haven't seen production, you have to have all the components. So there's a motor. I know I'm going to need a motor. There's construction components. I know I need electronic circuits. And I have everything. It's when it's red, it just means it doesn't have it in the processor. If you look at our inventory here, you know, we've got, you know, not a whole lot of silver, but a decent amount of gold, kilograms, enough for some circuits and stuff. We should have enough. Now, what I want to do is I need to produce, I know I'm going to need these grills. So let's, actually I'm going to need one of those grills because I need to make a small reactor. Come here. I don't need 50. I believe if you right shift and move, it asks you how many. For a small is a cheater beacon. I call it a cheater because I'm actually going to build, well, you'll see when I do it. Oh, turn on these two. Let's go back to the ship. The problem with flying around. I call it a cheater beacon because I'm actually going to build a small ship beacon on a landing gear with the reactor, and that's it. And it works just like a big ship reactor, but it doesn't require as many components. But it works just as well, so I call it a cheater. Okay. And that's where it's going to stay. I'm not moving it. That's why I'm going to make it where I can lock it. If you decide to move it later, you can by doing, you know, using a landing gear on a small ship and picking it up and placing it and all that kind of stuff. It's almost easier just take it apart and do it. I seriously didn't pick up steel plates. Oh, I'm a doof. I'm a doof. The thing I like about these, I should be able to access the. Oh, come on, dude. Should be able to access my system. Alright. Ooh, I'm so sorry. You put me a cough key on here, I apologize. Alright, landing gear. Unless they prepared these and made it where you can't do this, which I don't think they have, but alright, now I need to build a small reactor, and I need to put a beacon symbol on here, so let's go ahead and replace the landing gear with beacon. Let's go ahead and grab my small reactor, and we'll we'll have it facing forward, I think. And the beacon itself, we'll stick on the back of that. I believe I have all the components I need. Looks like I'm only carrying one computer, and I need another large steel tube. What am I missing from this? So I'm missing computers and large steel tubes. So I actually need it, and so I need to go inside anyway. Or I should go back inside anyways to charge up. By the way, I don't fly so well when it's just me. And like I said, always charge your life up whenever you get the chance. When I build a big station, I will put medical things every few hundred yards or every so often. I thought I made like 10 computer components. Being doors, I don't know what the deal with doors is. Again, like I said, you've seen how expensive the big ship beacons cost. And they may fix it later. They may make it where small beacons only have a certain range, or it may already be fixed and I just never have gotten out of that range. And the large beacons have a longer range, which would make sense. I mean, if you give small beacons like a, I don't know, 5,000 meters or 5 kilometer, and then the large beacon's infinite, that'd be great. And what we get here, since we got this, and this one little piece of uranium should make this thing last a really long time. What should we name this? This is going to be, let's call it the storm shelter. Alright. Toda. What does this info do? Can't convert to ship. 3 blocks, armor. Oh, okay. Oh, and make sure that the control panel, make sure that the landing gear is locked. There. We now have a beacon on our ship. Why is it still called beacon? I thought I just changed the name to storm shelter. They're bright. Oh. I guess it doesn't change the name on... Oh, because I named this something else storm shelter. Oh, I named the reactor storm shelter, duh. Not the beacon. Oh, by the way, thank you for the 6 people that watched my first video. If you watched this one, please make a comment, even if it's just, hey, I watched your first video, cool, or God, you suck. I need to know how to improve my videos and what you guys want to see, if anything. I am really green at making videos, and hey, I'm open to suggestions. Again, you start cussing me out, I'll probably ignore you, but if you just tell me, hey, this, you can improve this, you can improve this. I know I suck at flying, and I'm working on that. I am pretty green to this game. I've spent I don't know, 10, 15 hours playing it on survival and creative. I don't know what the deal with doors is. Alright, so let's recharge up here, and then we can start working on the layout for the my mining ship, my first mining ship. I was going to borrow another person's idea that they put on the Steam. What I think I will do is wait to use that until oh, just realized you can crouch. Isn't that kind of cool? Didn't know you could crouch. Alright, so we're going to fly up here and start another small ship for my to build for mining. So, new small ship. Now this landing gear that I just deleted is just to position stuff while we build the ship. Alright. Now we know we're going to want a storage component, so forget how many medium hold. Well, there's another nice suggestion for if any of you guys have contact with the developers on this. Maybe when you scroll over the cargo containers, how big are they? How much do they actually hold? Would be nice. I'm gonna go with a medium cargo container, even though it may not be big enough after. I may realize it's not big enough after I put it on there. So let's go ahead and put it on. We're going to build around it. Should I have turned it sideways maybe? Because I'm going to put the small... Yeah, I should have. So it has connectors on... the little connectors on the sides. Alright. Let's go ahead and rotate that. Like that. Does it have a little large connector on the front too? Yeah, sure the frac does. Okay. That works. That's okay. What do we need for it? What have I got for it? I've got construction components, motors, and interior plates. I'm going to need a bunch of computers and a display. Alright. we'll go from there. It's looking pretty good, and I think that might work. I might need to beef it up a little bit size-wise, so I think what I'll do is off-camera beef up the layout a little bit or rebuild it, and then get back on and show you guys what I came up with framework-wise. Again, most of that sequence is probably going to get fast-forwarded. If you have it, well, if you're watching this and it's fast-forward, that's what happened. Again, so for now, I'm gonna do some of the stuff off camera to try to figure it out. All right. Okay, I'm back. After quite a while, probably almost an hour, maybe a little longer, of trying to figure out a design that kept getting more and more complicated. I decided, okay, back up. Let's simplify this and go down to the very simplest I can come up with. I know I need a lot of thrust, so I went ahead and went with a spiral thrust pattern I've seen people use. You just have thrusters going in each direction, 3, 3, 3, and 3 on the left, right, up, and down, and then I got 4 pointing straight back, 4 gyros. I got 4 down here. I got 4 reactors. I got one of the what are these things called? Ejectors. I put it pointing up because, well, there is no down and up in space, so I just fly the thing upside down above my little intake to dump it. I was going to do a storage container, but decided against it for now. This is early. It's going to be early. Only one, and maybe move that landing gear someplace else too. For now, it's going to be there. Now, what I'll do is for next episode, since this, well, should be almost wrapped up, is I'll weld these up between now and then. Any minor tweaks I need to make, I'll make. Hopefully, I won't have major tweaks, so you guys will. It'll look pretty much like this, and we'll see if this thing works. I may stick another thruster in the middle of the back here, give it more oomph. I don't know. The only thing I really don't like about this is the backwards thrust. And fortunately, you can't. These guys are such a burn problem. I may even have a problem with where these are at now with the cockpit. And if so, I'll move them over to the side over here on the side of the cockpit. But yeah, I think they blow out. You can actually damage stuff like 5 away now. Used to be 4, and I'm not going to go in and disable damage because it's just not realistic. It should be realistic, relatively realistic. But we'll see how this works out. I may end up spiraling off into space every time I try to turn, but we'll see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, and this will be, hopefully, be our little first generation mining ship with the option, if it works out really well, we'll replace the mining with a one of those attachment things. Actually, we'll replace the mine and the ejector system with one of those attachment things and see how that works. And that way I can put a welder on here or a grinder, simple stuff like that, so we can modify when we work on big ships. It'll be easier. It's kind of sleek, and who knows, maybe I'll put a second welder or a second miner above, and then maybe we can dig straight holes. But for now, this should be enough to let me get a decent amount of resources. And oh crap, I'm dying. I'm dying. I drifted into the exhaust. Oh, I drifted into the thruster. Alright, don't do that. They're bad. Alright, but for now, this is Jarid signing off. We'll weld this up between episodes. The next episode, we'll get to play with the our little miner and see if I wasted 2 hours of my time, or if this thing's actually going to work. Alright, signing off.